What just happened? Did you guys see Miss USA a while ago? I can't believe what happened. I'm still shocked about the results, but anyhow, I gotta make my own review. So here now are my thoughts about the Miss USA 2020 finals.
Let's go straight to the source of the story time. Do you think the swimsuit competition of Miss Universe pageant is still relevant?
Yeah, together last night.
She was flawless, she was superb, she was very chill, she was flawless, she was superb, she was very chill, she had more confidence, had more competitive. For me, I find it very.
So guys, what do you think about Miss USA 2020 a while ago? What are your thoughts about it? Well, if you're gonna ask me before my heartache becomes worse, I'll share you now my thoughts. First of all, before we proceed, first of all, I'm just really grateful that the Miss Universe organization was able to pull off this show despite what's happening right now. There's a pandemic, and even Tennessee, the state where it's where the pageant was held, is being hampered by a lot of COVID cases as well. So I'm grateful that the MUO was still able to come up with something that will be able to showcase what these girls have worked hard for the past few years. So having said that, I will no longer critique how the stage will look like, how the opening dresses of Sherry Hill might have been better. I think we just need to be more grateful with what's happening right now. The mere fact that Paula Sugar allowed, you know, gave a go signal for this pageant to push through despite what's happening is enough sign that we should already be learn how to be content and grateful that she was able to come out with something, with an edition like this. Despite however you say it, call it boring, lackluster, where I'm just grateful. So, as it turned out, Miss USA 2020 is not as unpredictable as I hoped it would turn out to be, because I got 11 correct girls out of the 15. The girls that I did not get were Illinois, Missouri, Louisiana, and District of Columbia. So I feel so good after after they reviewed the top 15 choices, because wow, I got 11 out of 15. That's something. That's a good. Wow, that's a my all-time new high for a Miss USA pageant, because as we all know, for the past 4 years, the pageant has become so unpredictable that I already stopped watching subsequent editions after 2016, because I could no longer get what the judges were looking for in a winner. But also, when the top 16 were also being called, I would no longer critique about how they were wearing masks on stage, because I feel like it's part of the protocol that when people are congregating on stage, they really have to wear all these masks to protect themselves from one another, because if ever assuming they won't be wearing masks, probably they might be called out by a lot of people from various groups or stakeholders for not being so sensitive at the call of time. So yeah, so it's better to err in caution than not to wear those masks at all, so as not to be criticized. And this is also the part where I think special awards should have been given already. For the past few years, I do not know the reason why Miss Universe organization has not been giving out these special awards like Miss Congeniality, Miss Photogenic, Miss Friendship in the show, during the show. I don't know, during the show. I don't get it. How come they have not been giving out these awards? Are they already giving out these awards secretly after the show? Um what do you think? And as much as a lot of people are also saying that the video packages of these girls, of the top 15 girls, were boring, I also get it, because not everyone, there's just so much limitation with our movement right now, considering with what's happening. So I don't think I have the right to even critic or criticize those video packages. The mere fact that these girls were able to come out with something decent to be shown on live national television is something that we should all be grateful and appreciate. So going into the swimsuit competition, this is where the part that I miss Luciera so much, because I think without the supervision of Miss Luciera, the the catwalk skills of these girls left me wanting for more. At this stage of the competition, only Idaho and New York impressed me the most. The rest, they need a lot of coaching from Luciera. It remains to be seen. It still boggles me why Luciera was not able to be part of this edition this year. I don't know if it has something to do with the COVID protocol, or she had prior commitment, but it is at this point of the competition that I truly miss her. Had they maximized the stage all the way till the other side of the stage for us to be able to appreciate the catwalk of these girls, that would have been better. As it is, there were no musical performers. It was a lean and mean production. At least they could have extended, that courtesy for the girls, to give these girls more room to shine in terms of what they can showcase on stage. Now, going to the evening gown segment of the competition, I will no longer criticize what the girls are wearing at this stage, because as we all know, these girls had no choice but to wear Sherry Hill for this part of the competition. So it's safe to say that these girls chose the best gowns or ensemble from a wide array selection of Sherry Hill dresses. Now, I'll just name my favorites in this part of the competition. I think Idaho, New York, and Indiana stood out for me in this round, because Indiana, for one, really showed her gown choice. A halter deep neck design made her long on stage, and it allowed her to showcase her neckline, her shoulders, her long shoulders and arms, that really made us think that she is really fit as a contestant. And then I also like Idaho's electric blue gown, because it made her look so powerful on stage. It made her look a standout. I feel like it's a sleeker version of tamarind green on stage, so it was a great styling for her. So she's shown in this round. I also like New York's gown. She chose a red vintage dress for this segment of the competition. It's a gown that you would never suspect that it was made by Sherry Hill, and I think that was a clever choice for her to do that. So at least it will also make her a standout. And coupled with her passerella skills and fierceness on stage, there was no doubt that New York was really in it to win it earlier at this point of the competition. There was also one girl who stood out for me, but for the wrong reason. And I think you can guess it's Alison Gupta from California. I mean, yeah, she really suffered from poor styling with that gown choice. I mean, she was not able to address her issue with the makeup that she did for her gown. So yeah, it was too severe. I wish she could have done better. So I guess that was the reason why she wasn't able to advance further in the competition. So going to the top 5, this is the part of the competition where I was truly shocked, because I was expecting New York to make it the top 5, but she did not place. I don't know. I was so surprised that Alabama made it instead. So the other girls who made it were the girls who were also part of my leaderboard, which were Idaho, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Indiana. Indiana was part of my top 10. So I still don't get how Alabama got into top 5. I really think up until now it should have gone to New York. I think New York was the overall package, so I was really shocked. Going into the top 5, I was listening to their answers. Oklahoma was the first one to be called, and as I was hearing Oklahoma answer her question, I've never seen someone contradict herself more than ever in a stage, because she was asked about popular apps being used by the government to control people, or to survey, to do a lot of to do a lot of surveillance on these people, and I think she wasn't able to answer that question well because she was contradicting even if she was contradicting herself, even if she was just citing an example with that TikTok example. So yeah, I really think that that spot should have been given to Andrea instead. So next is Mississippi. She delivered a good answer. She was very convincing. She was very confident. So was Ida. So was Indiana. I think at this point it was between Indiana and Mississippi for the title of Miss USA. Idaho performed decently on this round, but to be fair with Idaho, she got the hardest question among the top five because she was asked about uh, police reform, and it was a very divisive topic to discuss on stage, and she had to answer it within 30 seconds. So overall, she did quite well. She reminded me of of Catriona's answer when she got into top 5 in Miss Universe 2018, where she just gave a very short and sweet answer, and that was it. But I think Idaho performed decently. So I thought that was gonna be the last round, but turns out after the commercial break, they would be subject to another Q&A. But this time, it's done through a hashtag round where these girls will be given words, keywords for them to expound it within 30 seconds on stage. So all the girls were able to acquit themselves. Oklahoma rambled again, so that kind of already, I already felt that okay, she wouldn't win the crown at this point. I applaud Idaho at this round because she was able to, redeem herself at this round. She killed her. She killed it with her mental health answer. Indiana kind of faltered a bit, but I don't know. Probably it had something to do with her nerves controlling her, and yeah. And then Alabama. You know what? Alabama has been doing well in this round, but I don't know. It's just me. She just didn't have the spark, so to speak. She didn't have that wow factor for me. So even no matter how great her answers were, how decent her answers were, she just did not connect with me. Yeah. And Mississippi again delivered on this round. So I thought, while waiting for the announcement of winners, I thought Mississippi or Idaho would win Miss USA, and it came through. It was between Mississippi and Idaho. So yeah, so I wasn't surprised that for a moment I thought Idaho would win because I was already thinking, oh, MUO would give it to a half Filipina again because as we all know, 3 days before Miss Hawaii won Miss Teen USA, and she acknowledged her Filipina heritage because she's half Filipina. So I was already making that hashtag trend, hashtag half Filipina trend on hashtag half Filipina magic trend on social media because I was so kilig about this possibility. I was feeling giddy excited about the possibility that two Miss USA title holders are of Filipina descent. So yeah, but it did not turn out that way. Mississippi won. So yeah, she won fair and square. I love her. She looks, Mississippi is in my top 5 list, so I wasn't surprised that she did not. That I wasn't surprised that she won because she was very confident with her answers. The only problem that I have with her is no matter how good she looked in her gown, she still couldn't work her stage presence to make that overall impact on stage. So if ever once she starts training for Miss Universe soon, I hope she'll be able. This is the number one thing that she needs to address, which is to work on her stage impact, so to create a lasting impression in front of the judges come Miss Universe time. With Idaho, she's 27 years old. She reminds me a lot of Maureen Montang and Catriona Gray. So I think she really has a huge potential to really become an international title holder someday. Right now, there's a huge clamor for her to come to the Philippines to resume her pageant career here. But I understand she's already 26 years old and she's about to, she's about to age out soon. So she really needs to figure out if whether she will, do a Maureen Montang and come over here to the Philippines to try out for Miss Universe Philippines next year or probably 2 years from now. So let's see what future awaits Idaho right now. Overall, guys, I'm still heartbroken for Andrea. She is my number one overall pick for the title, but it's just so sad that she wasn't able to win. I don't know what the judges were thinking. She really performed exceptionally well during all rounds of the competition, and it really pains me. I really couldn't figure out as to which reason, what kind of logic would not allow her to make it to top 5. I don't know if it has something to do with the color of her gown, because there were 3 of them who were wearing red on stage. I don't know if it was her fierceness that kind of turned off the judges. I'm not sure, because if overall package would be, if we would talk about overall package, then there's no doubt that Andrea Gibao is number 1 on everyone's list, because as soon as she arrived in, I know that Miss Universe organization knows that she can really speak, she can really talk. The moment that she arrived in Tennessee, she was subjected to a lot of interviews right away. I think she was able to do 6 media interviews in just a span of 1 week. So clearly the Miss Universe organization knows her strengths and her caliber as a contestant. So it doesn't make sense why she wasn't able to make it to top 5. I would have understood had she slipped, or she performed passively on stage, but no, it wasn't that. It didn't turn out that way. She was still a force to reckon with. In fact, I have to give it to Andrea. She was very calm. She was very subdued when she was doing her walk for both swim and evening gown during the finals night. So, because I think she already knew the fact that she had to tone it down quite a bit, because as we all know, in Miss USA for the past 4 years, the girls who have been getting crowned for the Miss USA title are not necessarily the best walkers on stage. So it's really all about being a spokesmodel more than your fierceness and stage presence on stage. And it is in this light that I will say I think that is the biggest takeaway I have right now from this pageant. It's that times are changing, so is the standard of beauty of what Miss Universe organization is looking for. It's really gone are the days that we are always looking for that glamazona who really has that strong stage presence or fierceness on stage. So nowadays they're really more into looking for that spokesperson and model, where it's a combination of facial beauty and your background and your resume. So I think what Miss Universe organization is looking for in a winner more than the stage presence and the fierceness on stage is the girl's maturity, character as a contestant, how she was able to shape by these life experiences, that led her to what she is right now as a woman. The challenges, her experiences, everything that makes up to what she is right now. And I think they're also looking for that person who's not too hungry to win. They just want someone who's very relaxed, they're really looking for someone who still possesses that charm, that quiet charm, elegance, not that in your face, I want to win Miss USA, give me the crown now, please. I think that is what Miss USA is looking for in a winner right now. So congratulations, Asha Danielle, for winning your first ever Miss USA title for your state. Mississippi has never won Miss USA in the entire history of Miss USA, so she's really making history. As for Andrea, for sure, she's only 25. She still has 3 more years to go to figure out if she still wants to pursue her pageant career or not, or whether she wants to retire as early as now. But I think for her right now, if she wants to look in a pageant system that will be more suitable to her strengths, and I'm thinking Miss Supranational right now, where they would really appreciate someone like Andrea there, who's very bubbly, who has strong stage skills and fierceness on stage. And I think, and they're also looking for a, for a model there, someone who could really walk, someone who has character, who has personality. But I don't know if, I'm not sure if Andrea would still be willing to subject herself to try out for one pageant system again. For sure, her heart must be so confused right now, must be bleeding by the results that just happened. But I'm just grateful that at least she was able to make it to top 10. So what do you guys think about my thoughts about the pageant? Does it match yours? Guys, if you have any comments about this video, don't forget to share your thoughts on the comment section so that I can see where you guys are coming from. Alright guys, that's it. My Miss USA 2020 review. I'm so sad, yes, but I know that's really life. You can never win it all. Until my next video, bye!